Do you regret ever getting involved in...
I didn't have a choice. It got bad when I was about 15 years old.
Help me raise $100,000 as soon as I can so I can move to an undisclosed location where I am safe. They had cops come and check for a rope in my garage saying I wanted to hang myself.
And she eventually said, look, they are little people who should not be at an adult party.
We intend to name people in these lawsuits. We're not going to do it in interviews. We're not going to do it without doing our due diligence, because obviously, these types of allegations are very hurtful to people.
And of those 8, how many seemed to be potentially minors?
2 to 3, possibly 3.
The recent release of footage allegedly showing a confrontation between 50 Cent and Meek Mill has sent shockwaves through the hip-hop community. The video, which surfaced online, purportedly captures a heated exchange between the two rap titans, with Meek warning 50 Cent not to leak sensitive information. The incident has sparked widespread speculation and debate, raising questions about loyalty, trust, and the inner workings of the music industry. 50 Cent, born Curtis Jackson, is a renowned rapper, actor, and entrepreneur known for his brash persona and hit songs like In Da Club and Candy Shop. He has built a successful career in both music and business, becoming one of the most influential figures in hip-hop.
Aaron Carter begged for help in front of the world. He begged for financial support to help get him a private security team to keep him alive. He said on numerous occasions, if anything happens to me, I promise you, I am not suicidal. And no one said anything.
Silence breaker for my brother, who is a and they're after my life. My whole family is after my life, and they're setting me up. And Sony Records owes me $3.5 million, and they don't want to pay me, and it would be in their better interest, just like Michael told me. They owe me money, and they're trying to off. And I'm begging you and I'm pleading you, help me raise $100,000 as soon as I can so I can move to an undisclosed location where I am safe. They had cops come and check for a rope in my garage saying I wanted to hang myself.
Meek Mill, whose real name is Robert Rymeek Williams, is also a highly respected rapper and activist, known for his impassioned lyrics and advocacy for criminal justice reform. Despite facing his share of legal battles and controversies, he has remained a prominent voice in the industry. The footage in question reportedly captures a private exchange between 50 Cent and Meek Mill, during which Meek warns 50 Cent not to leak certain information. While the specifics of the conversation remain unclear, it implies Meek is concerned about sensitive details being made public without his consent.
I was flown out to Atlanta by a manager. His name's Scooter Braun. Flown out to Atlanta just to meet with him and meet different producers and different people. I was actually going to meet Jermaine Dupri at his studio, and who rolls up? Usher in his Range Rover. Yeah, rolls up, and I was like, "Is that who I think it is?" And Scooter was like, "Yeah." And so I ran up to him and I was like, Usher, I love your songs. You want me to sing you one?" And he was like, "Let's just go inside, little buddy. It's cold out." So the politest possible way he could say no, he did. And I was like, wow, he just turned me down. And I was a little disappointed. He had to go into a studio session, so I was like, whatever. And a week later, he actually watched my videos with my manager and was like, oh my gosh, why didn't I let him sing? So flew me back to Atlanta, where I got to meet him again. And he wanted to sign me. But there was something else.
Justin Timberlake, right?
Yes, Justin Timberlake also wanted to sign me. It was what happened was Justin Timberlake and Usher both went into a ring and boxed it out. And the outcome was Usher. I think it was a TKO.
In the aftermath of the video's release, speculation and rumors have run rampant online. Some fans and media outlets have speculated about the nature of the information Meek Mill is allegedly trying to protect, suggesting everything from personal secrets to industry-related matters. However, without further context or confirmation, these claims remain speculative at best. Social media platforms have amplified the controversy surrounding the leaked footage. The video quickly went viral, garnering millions of views and sparking intense discussions among fans and industry insiders alike. The immediacy and reach of social media have made it a powerful tool for disseminating information and shaping public opinion. Both 50 Cent and Meek Mill have remained relatively tight-lipped about the incident. While neither has directly addressed the authenticity of the footage, both artists have taken to social media to share cryptic messages and hints, fueling further speculation. Their silence has only intensified public curiosity and interest.
We've become friends in a strange way, you know?
Like Rob and Big.
Yeah, it's like... exactly.
I'm Big and you're Rob.
Yeah. No, I mean, to a lot of us, he's like a little brother. You know what I'm saying? He's not afraid to call and ask for advice. He's somebody that, in the industry-wise, the record industry is a strong family, and he's somebody that, you know, we definitely have our arms around, and we want to protect him because he's such genuinely a nice person besides his talent. You know what I'm saying? He's one of the greatest kids that you could ever know.
Justin, You know, Diddy bought his son a Bentley. Maybe, you know, he could buy you one also while you're
He
out.
got me a Lamborghini.
Yeah. Oh, well, that's nice.
I haven't gotten it yet, though.
Yeah, I know. When is that coming, that Lamborghini? We talked about this last
He
time.
had the Lamborghini for a day or two, and he had access to the house, and he knows better than to be talking about the things that he does with Big Brother Puff on national television.
Apparently not.
Everything ain't for everybody.
If the leaked footage indeed captures a private conversation between 50 Cent and Meek Mill, it raises important legal questions about privacy and consent. Recording and disseminating private conversations without the consent of all parties involved can have serious legal consequences, including potential lawsuits for invasion of privacy or defamation. The alleged confrontation underscores the complexities of industry relationships in the world of hip-hop. While collaborations and alliances are common, so too are rivalries and conflicts, often fueled by competition and ego. The leaked footage offers a rare glimpse into the inner workings of these relationships and the tensions that can arise behind the scenes.
What's up, man? You good?
I'm good. How are you?
All right, young brother, everything's good?
Everything's
Selling
great.
out arenas and everything?
Yeah.
Starting to act different, huh? You ain't been calling me and hanging out the way we used to hang out.
Well, I mean, you try to get in contact with me, you know, through all my, partners and whatnot. Mm-hmm. But you never really got my number, so.
Right. Okay.
My number?
Yeah.
I'm gonna tell you my number.
Yeah.
It's 55.
At the heart of the controversy lies the issue of trust and loyalty within the music industry. Artists often rely on close-knit circles of friends, collaborators, and advisors to navigate the complexities of the business. When that trust is breached or called into question, it can have far-reaching consequences both professionally and personally. The leaked footage also highlights the power dynamics at play within the industry. In an environment where information is currency, having leverage can mean the difference between success and failure. Artists, managers, and executives often wield their influence strategically, using it to negotiate deals, settle disputes, or gain competitive advantages.
Actually, someone made reference to the fact that Diddy trying to get at Bieber the way he was trying to get at Bieber was looking a little predatory. And then Usher came in and discovered it and managed him and got custody of him and promised to look after him. And then he sent him to the diddler.
Allegedly, Usher was continuing a cycle of abuse that started with him. Back when Usher was 13 years old, he was sent to live with Diddy at Puffy Flavor Camp, and in Usher's own words, Diddy exposed him to sexual activities that he didn't understand. The most shocking thing, however, is what Usher said about his son in connection to Diddy.
Moved to New York City. And I lived with Sean Puffy Combs for a year.
That's the crazy thing. Now, that was L.A. Reid's idea, right? We're sending you over to something called Puffy Flavor Camp.
There you go.
To learn some...
Flavor Camp?
Yeah,
Flavor
that's
Camp.
what it was called. And you're going to go to Puff Daddy's. He's going
in the 90s. Do you understand what that's like?
Puffy's place was like just filled with chicks and orgying like nonstop, right?
No, not really. I mean, but hey, it was curious. I got a chance to see some things.
Yeah, but you were 13. What were you seeing?
I went there to see the lifestyle.
Right.
And I saw it. And it was, but But I don't know if I could indulge and understand what I was even looking at. It was pretty wild.
So nobody tried to, some woman didn't come along.
I didn't say that.
Okay.
I didn't say that. What I did say is that there were very curious things taking place, and I didn't necessarily understand it.
Biggie Smalls was there.
Biggie Smalls was there. Lil' Kim, Craig Mack.
All these people are hanging around.
Yeah, man. Faith Evans,
parents
Jodeci,
were
Mary
okay?
J. Blige. They didn't know nothing about this shit.
Oh.
I was having a good time. You know what I mean?
Does he have you doing any chores? Are you doing dishes at all? I mean, to keep you humble somewhat? Or are you just like, can you stay up till 4 a.m. with them and party?
I mean, I could. I actually stayed up longer than them.
And do you have money? What's going on?
I mean, I had like per diem. I had like,
what
like a living.
life.
Yeah, it's pretty crazy.
14 years old. You're a dad now. Would you ever send your kid to Puffy camp?
Hell no.
For artists like 50 Cent and Meek Mill, managing their public image is crucial to their success. Controversies and scandals can tarnish reputations and alienate fans, potentially impacting album sales, endorsements, and touring opportunities. In the wake of the leaked footage, both artists are likely keen to control the narrative and protect their respective brands.
We want to thank you. Come in. Don't sit on the bed at night. No homo. No, just don't get close to the bed. Don't get close. But it's just like, we want to thank you for hosting the thing, man. It's been a pleasure. You didn't have to do it, and you did it.
No. I definitely didn't have to do it. I definitely didn't have to. First and foremost, I'm not getting in the bed. Shout out to him and what he did. I'm just gonna, if we can, just let's just put the camera a little this way, just so we're not. I don't want my shot to even. I don't want it to come close to the bed at all. I should look like he fresh off a goddamn plane. I should.
Fresh off the garden stage. That's my brother right here from day one. We used to wake up and, pause, but like just out. Back in the days when he was like 10 and I was a little bit older, his older brother, we used to fight over the Frosted Flakes. You know what I'm saying? Before pause was invented. You know what I'm saying? But it's my brother for real. We used to actually wrestle off of the Frosted Flakes because he used to always get up early with me. Now he's one of the richest stars in the world. And
What the fuck did Puff just say? Nobody's gonna acknowledge this but me. Puff just said we used to wrestle over the Frosted Flakes. And we're streaming live. That was stupid. Listen, that was fucking stupid. Listen,
having a good time. Your Usher made it.
The incident also underscores the importance of privacy and consent in the digital age. With the proliferation of smartphones and social media, private conversations and interactions are increasingly vulnerable to being recorded and shared without consent. This raises serious ethical and legal concerns about individuals' right to privacy and the unauthorized dissemination of personal information.
But how dare you say a man that groomed you, you gonna give him a pass? Bruh, you know I know. Let me reframe you on something.
She walked into the house and there was a cluster of adults around what she described as little people. And they were dressed up as Japanese Barbies. I forgot the name. It's Herrick something. You can help me out here. It's a certain type of Barbie. Anyway.
I know the name, but I've forgotten it. But go ahead.
So she explained that they were just clustered around these little people, and I kept pushing her, and she eventually said, look, they are little people who should not be at an adult party. And I pushed her, and it was apparent what she was saying is they were minors. Now, she didn't see anything specific that was going on with them other than that adults were kind of huddled around them. But she told just a wild story about what was going on at the house, even at 7 a.m, that this thing apparently raged all night long.
You know, it's amazing. TMZ always gets such great scoops, and this one might be one of your best as well. You got a hold of one of the Freak Off tapes. Your producers have seen it. The description is, and I'll quote, "It's porn directed by Diddy himself." And a male sex worker really sort of walks through what happened in the experiences that he had. They didn't sound illegal, but they sure seem to comport with a lot of the other stories that have been told.
Yeah. So this was a threesome. What you would asked me about earlier about Tania Wallace. She said there were more than 100 people at that party, including at least 4 celebrities. But this, what you're talking about now, was a threesome, and that's something that the U.S. attorney even referenced, and his lawyer in an earlier documentary we did. He was describing threesomes. He says it was all consensual. So yes, what we're told is that this male sex worker was flown out to various locations over a couple of years: Miami, New York, Los Angeles, and one other.
In the midst of the entire situation, at a time when new celebrities are being exposed every day for their relation with Diddy, only one big name celebrity is speaking out, and that's 50 Cent. 50 has been against Puffy since the early 2000s, and has even gone as far as to say that Diddy is actually the one responsible for the murder of Biggie Smalls.
Wait a minute, there were other people who were signaling to us that something was very wrong with Diddy, and they were virtually just being laughed out of the room. One person who was always anti-Diddy and was always speaking about Diddy as a problematic person was 50 Cent, and it turns out that it's just been announced that he's created a docu-series on Netflix. I can't wait to see this. And he is saying that it's a complex narrative that spans decades, which we are obviously realizing this, which should really make it clear to you that Hollywood is a tremendous evil. Everybody colluded to protect these secrets. They all were aware of it, and few spoke out. So Netflix is producing the docuseries from Curtis Jackson, 50 Cent, about the charges of sex trafficking and racketeering, as well as sexual assault and violent abuse allegations against Diddy Combs. And Alexandria Stapleton will be directing the project. I will be definitively watching this. They describe this as a story with significant human impact. It's a complex narrative spanning decades, not just the headlines or the clips that we have seen so far. And 50 Cent is exclusively speaking to Variety, saying that he remains steadfast in his commitment to give a voice to the voiceless and to present authentic and nuanced perspectives. While the allegations are disturbing, we urge all to remember that Sean Combs' story is not the full story of hip-hop and its culture. We aim to ensure that individual actions do not overshadow the culture's broader contributions. Now, I would actually beg to differ. I would beg to differ on this because, like I said, I read that book, Hollywood Babylon, and as it traced, and again, that was movie culture, so they were kind of getting into the beginning of film, silent films, and making it clear that it was the carnies, the carnival people, the freaks that established Hollywood, and they were creating characters, and these people were drug addicted, sex addicted, and essentially they turned them into stars on screen because in many ways they wanted to emulate, mock, and destroy the church.
9. The broader culture of celebrity and fame also comes into focus. In a society obsessed with gossip and scandal, the lines between public and private life are increasingly blurred. This constant scrutiny can have damaging consequences for individuals' mental health and well-being.
Now, Fifth, when you continuously call Puff gay, does that affect your relationships in Hollywood?
I don't call him gay. I said,
Let me read it, Fifth.
Oh my God.
Sorry I can no longer help you guys. Soon you will all be gay and happy. You are all now left under leadership of Puffy Daddy. Report to the nearest rainbow. Dinner Thieves in theaters January 19th.
That's why he says things. He doesn't even know what he's saying is like fruity. You know what I'm saying? Like, he says something fabulous and he goes, but me and you, we ain't party. Like, we need to party. What is he talking about? That's the kind of stuff that when people say that to me, I get a little uncomfortable. I get uncomfortable. Like he said something to me one time, a long time ago, at Chris Lighty's wedding. He told me he'd take me shopping. I looked at him like, what'd you just say? Let me move, man, before I do something. You're gonna make me mess up the wedding.
Oh, that's a nice gesture.
Let me get out of no, take me. That's what a guy says to a girl.
In the wake of the leaked footage, there is an opportunity to empower artists to take greater control over their personal and professional affairs. This includes educating them about their rights and responsibilities regarding privacy and consent, as well as providing them with tools to protect themselves from exploitation and manipulation.
Start talking, and they're not going to be talking in his favor. When the feds come to them and show them what they got on tape, because if he had 250 tapes all over, 250 cameras all over the house, somebody got caught spilling a cookie out the cookie jar. It could be your favorite pastor It could be your favorite politician. But they didn't think they was being watched. And Brother Love was watching.
Finally, the incident underscores the importance of promoting accountability and transparency within the music industry. Artists, managers, executives, and media outlets must be held accountable for their actions and decisions, particularly when they impact the lives and livelihoods of others. By fostering a culture of accountability and transparency, the industry can work toward creating a safer and more ethical environment for all stakeholders.